What's up guys, this is Twe4kz here, and this is the MacBook. Now today we're going to be doing an unboxing and quick overview of the brand new space gray MacBook from Apple. Now I actually wasn't sure that I was going to pick this up when it was first announced, but when I got my hands on it at the Apple store, I wanted to give it a shot and figured you guys would appreciate the overview. So this MacBook is available in silver, gold, or like mine, space gray. Now I went for the lower end model with 8 gigs of RAM, 1.1 gigahertz Intel Core M processor, a 256 gigabyte solid state drive, and an Intel HD Graphics 5300. Now you can actually bump this up to a 1.2 or 1.3 gigahertz processor and double the storage up to 512 gigabytes. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at what you actually get inside the package. So as you guys probably know, the new MacBook comes with a USB Type-C port. So of course, to go along with that, we're going to need a USB Type-C cable. Now you can see right here, this is the same on each end, one to go into your MacBook and the other to go into your power adapter. Pretty self-explanatory. Now here's the power adapter, which looks pretty familiar except for the fact that it has a USB Type-C port. Now just one nice thing about having a USB Type-C is you don't have to worry about which way you plug in your cable. You can put it in forwards, backwards, whatever you want. You're never going to have any issues. Now here's the good old Apple paperwork, and I'm not sure I've actually ever read anything in one of these. I usually just open them up for the stickers, and you'll see right here as I page through this that we actually get stickers that match our MacBook. So that's just a nice touch. But let's go ahead and unwrap this bad boy. Now, one thing you'll notice when you pick this up is how incredibly light it is. It's only 2.03 pounds, and it literally feels like you're carrying around an iPad. It's so compact. It's also incredibly thin. At its thickest, it's 1.31 centimeters, but at its thinnest, it's only 0.35 centimeters. The logic board in the new MacBook is 67% smaller than the 11-inch MacBook Air. They also had to layer the batteries just to make efficient use of space. So over here on the left-hand side, this is where we have our single USB Type-C port. So this is where you're going to be either charging your MacBook or you can use an adapter that Apple will gladly sell you for a pretty penny. Now right over here on the right-hand side, this is where we have our mics as well as our headphone jack. Now one thing you'll notice about the new MacBooks is that it doesn't have an illuminated logo on the lid. Now this of course is not a deal breaker, but it is just something that I thought looked pretty nice on my MacBook Air, and I wish they could bring it over to the new MacBook. But obviously, I mean, there's hardly any space whatsoever in this device, so it doesn't really boggle my mind that they weren't able to fit it in there. So this still looks really good and I have no complaints. But let's go ahead and lift the lid and power this guy on. Now this MacBook has a 12-inch Retina display with a resolution of 2304 by 1440, so of course this display is going to look great. Now one thing to keep in mind about this MacBook is that it comes with a 480p Facetime camera. Now I hardly ever even use Facetime, especially on my MacBook, but still for some reason that just bothers me. Like I said, it's not something I'm going to use, so hopefully I'll get over it pretty quick. Now right up here at the top of the keyboard we have our speakers, which are actually incredibly loud and a whole lot better than my MacBook Air. So I'm really pleased with the speakers on this MacBook. So here you can see we have the edge-to-edge keyboard, and Apple has actually changed the scissor key mechanism that it used to use on all its MacBooks to a butterfly key mechanism. Now this gives it a more stable key press no matter where you press on the key. And the key travel is obviously pretty short given the thinness of the device, but it still gives a nice typing experience. And really at this point, I have no complaints. Now we also have a brand new trackpad, and under the hood of that trackpad we have a taptic engine and force sensors. Now that taptic engine is going to give us the sense that the trackpad is clicking when we press it, when in actuality it's not moving at all. So that's kind of trippy once you first start to use it. And the force sensors are going to give us the ability to use a new gesture called force touch, which basically allows you to press deeper into the trackpad to get different actions within apps. So you can see right here, if I do a force touch on Safari, it's going to show me all the open windows in Safari. If I do the same thing for Finder, of course it's going to show me all the windows that are open for Finder. So there's also a whole lot of different things you can do with force touch within specific applications. You can see right here, if I force click on the folder right here, then it's going to give me the ability to rename that folder. So it just kind of depends on what application you're in, but there's a ton of different things you can use this for, and maybe I'll get into that in a later video. So that's all I have for the unboxing and quick overview of the new MacBook. I was actually thinking about doing a full review, so if you guys want to see that, then let me know by smashing that like button. Also, if you guys want to see more videos on everything Jailbreak as well as everything Apple, make sure you subscribe. Alright guys, until next time, peace.